If you read the headline of Branzburg versus Hayes in 1972, you walk away thinking there's no federal reporter's privilege. That headline is technically correct and practically misleading. The reporter's privilege lives in this country. It just lives in a strange place. Let me show you. Branzburg combined 3 cases, 3 different reporters, 3 different grand jury subpoenas. Earl Caldwell of the New York Times had been covering the Black Panthers. Paul Branzburg of the Louisville Courier-Journal had been covering hashish manufacturers. Paul Pappas of WTEV had been covering the Black Panthers in Massachusetts. All 3 were called to testify before a court to give their sources. The court split. 5 justices in the majority said there's no First Amendment privilege for reporters to refuse to testify. 3 justices dissented. The 5th vote in the majority, Justice Lewis Powell, wrote a separate concurrence. Read the concurrence. Powell agreed with the majority's outcome, but he wrote that if a reporter is called to give information bearing only a remote and tenuous relationship to the subject of an investigation, or if the government doesn't have a legitimate need for it, the reporter would have a claim that should be judged on the facts, case by case. The sentence is privilege. Lower courts have spent 50 years operationalizing Powell's concurrence. They balance how relevant is the information? Can the prosecutor get it from somewhere else? How clear is the news interest? That's the federal reporter's privilege. It's not in the Constitution. It's in a 3-paragraph concurrence by 1 justice in a case the press technically lost. Then states stepped in. 49 states and D.C. have some form of shield law, statutory or common law. The patchwork is what protects reporters in most actual cases. Nebraska has one, so does Iowa, so does New York. The Press Act would federalize a version of this. It's been introduced multiple times. It hasn't passed. When you brief Branzburg this week, brief the concurrence. That's where the doctrine actually sits. Discussion prompt is up.